Hi, welcome to day 2 of my trip from Johannesburg to Cape Town. This stretch takes me from Hanover to Beaufort West, where I spent the night. I bypassed one or two towns which I didn't think were worth visiting. One of them was Nelsport. The reason being it was out of my way, which would have added at least another hour to my trip.
Okay, so I'm in Richmond. It's say another 60 kilometers to Three Sisters and then another 150 kilometers to Beaufort West. These little towns are so quaint. It's like going back in time. The people greet you in the streets, the kids run around, they play in the streets. And I'm sure there's some challenges that goes with living here, but you know, it's such a cool little place to stop and just admire these little towns. They've got so much history. Anyway, highly worth stopping here for an hour or two and then just roam around and visit these little places.
The town of Richmond was established in 1843 in South Africa's inland plateau. It was founded to meet the religious need of a growing farming community. The Dutch Reformed Church building, the spiritual if not the physical center around which the town evolved, dates back to 1847, with a tower completed in 1909. But unlike most Karoo towns, the church was not built as a physical focal point of the village. Rather, the centerpiece is the village square. Unusually for this arid region, it was built astride a river which has been cited as a reason for the irregular street grid. As you'll notice in this video, the town has a substantial number of well-preserved houses and public buildings of the Victorian and Edwardian Karoo style, with additions of verandas dating back to 1920s.
Right behind me is the Three Sisters. It's, I guess, these little hills here. Actually, they're not that little, but they're quite nice. It's 38 degrees outside right now. Don't ask me what that is in Fahrenheit. But anyway, it is really hot. And as I mentioned earlier, it's like a semi-desert, this place. Last night it got down to about 10 degrees, and today it went up all the way to 38.
It took me almost 2 hours from Three Sisters to Beaufort West, as I stopped numerous occasions to video and photograph the beautiful scenery. It will normally take you just under an hour if you don't stop. Overlooked by the high ramparts of the Newfoundland Mountains, Beaufort West is the principal and the largest town in the Great Karoo region, with a population of over 34,000. It's also known as the capital of the Karoo.
I'm staying in a Airbnb about 9 kilometers outside of Beaufort West. It's on a farm and it is a fantastic place. They haven't missed out anything. Every fine detail is involved. You can see around here, I'll show you now, but it is a beautiful little place. The only thing, like I said, it's 9 kilometers outside town, so if you don't mind going in and out of town, this is not a bad place. And it's a sand road all the way to get here. And Waze was way out. Like it told me, you've arrived at your destination. It was in the middle of nowhere. So I just kept on driving. Eventually I saw the sign to the left. Right, so I'm going to show you this beautiful, it's almost like a whole apartment. I've got a whole apartment to myself. So let me check it out. There's the bathroom. Check out the shower. How cool is this? Yeah. This place is like a desert. You can see, look, it's all dry. I'm not even sure. I think they must have borehole water or something. And right there is a hill. One thing I forgot to mention, guys, be careful about gas or petrol in your car. Twice almost ran out. There aren't many gas stations between towns, and the towns are all like 200 kilometers apart. So just be careful. Make sure that you budget your petrol or gas properly. Otherwise, you're going to run out of gas in the middle of nowhere, and it won't be pleasant. Right, I'm going to relax now, and then I'm going to go downtown.
On my way to town, one can see the vastness and the beauty of the Great Karoo. I stopped a couple times to soak up the fresh air and the beauty of this incredible location. As I walked around the historic centre, the architectural designs are noticeable. This includes Victorian and Edwardian elegance to sturdy Cape Dutch and new Gothic buildings. Beaufort West's most famous son was Professor Christian Barnard, who performed the world's first human-to-human heart transplant at the Groote Schuur Hospital in Cape Town in 1967. Professor Barnard was born in Beaufort West in 1922. When I arrived back to the farm, not only was I greeted with a fantastic sunset, but I proceeded to make a braai, or what is known as a barbecue. The meat and ingredients were provided by my host for a cost of 180 Rand, which is about $15.